Ever wondered what it's like to have a conversation with a random stranger? A lot comes to mind when you're talking about having a conversation with a random person. It always raises suspicions. Who might this person be? What are their interests? What do they like to do on their free time? It always raises questions and concerns. Mostly questions, though, because you don't want to worry them or make them feel like you're getting scared by their presence. It's always great to ask a question that you have no idea about, and that way you can get to know the person. One of the questions that might spark the connection of a friendship would be, oh, what do you like to do for a living? Or what do you want to study when you go to school? It's always important to see how the conversation is and how the feeling or vibe is you're getting from the person. It's always the best thing when the person you're having a conversation with is able to ask questions back, because that way it's able to keep going the conversation and thus making more making it more open and more comfortable for the both of you. As the conversation goes on and on, it's always nice to see how you're able to shift from one topic to the other. In retrospect, it's pretty interesting how the topic you're talking about can lead to even more physical approaches towards each other. Like one instant you could be talking about a topic, and the next you could be fighting or arguing about something else you didn't agree on. The best part is when you're able to learn new things about your person and how you're able to put them into effect as time goes on. Like, if the person you're conversating with is able to make you feel some kind of way, such as very comfortable, it's always nice to let them know that they are loved and that you really care for them, even if you just met them a couple seconds ago. In the book, I find chapter 3 very interesting because it talks about how the conversation with someone else is able to lead to friendships or just really um similar ideas with the business people or just people in general. It it keeps a lot of ideas and thoughts going around and around and around with the same people, and it allows them to share their own ideas, which might come in handy for them as time goes on. In the book, I find chapter 3 very helpful because it gives me tips on how to use the tools or instructions from the book into my real life experiences. And it allows me to just able to look at the way conversations are a good icebreaker and a great way to get to know people. As my own experience, I've been working at Walmart for the past few months, and every time I encounter a customer, it's always nice to have a conversation, even if it's a few seconds. It's always good to see how a person's day is going. It might be doing good and it might be going bad, but it's always nice to help the person have a great little conversation. And while reading in chapter 3, I found it convincing how many ideas and thoughts there is when having a conversation with someone. There can be a lot of different questions being asked, and as well as the topic being explained can be very random at times. But as time goes on and you have that conversation, you're gonna have different ideas or questions that you might be want to ask, and as time goes on, you're gonna want to ask the question. If not, you're never gonna know the answer, or you're never gonna get an idea of what you wanted to know or what you might get to know. Having a conversation is very awkward at first, but as you open up and during the conversation, you're able to learn different things about yourself and about the person you're talking to. It might be awkward, like I said at first, but as you open up and know how the vibe is, you're gonna know the conversation is gonna be either good or bad. In life, getting to know someone new is pretty hard. But in a conversation, you're able to put yourself out there without being judged because you're still just getting to know the person. That's why as conversation can be a good icebreaker as time goes on. Thank you.